It's your motherfucking boy.
Yes, sir. Thank you for tuning in for another week. We got another episode for you today. Some nice little tidbits. You know what I'm saying? Watching pockets so to help yours.
Don't be pocket watching.
Unless you watching Pocket Watch Podcast,
You
man.
heard?
Yeah. Make sure you like,
Follow
share.
and subscribe.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Another week, man. Another week. My man, keep that blowhorn ready. My man got a house, bro.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Yes,
Man,
sir.
Zachy got a house, bro. That's
Yeah,
big,
bro.
man. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Now all the projects start.
Yeah.
All the other things.
I got to play Bob the Builder now.
Yep.
It's all good, though. It's
Your
worth
weekends
it.
are fucked, bro.
Yeah, no, I literally told myself, like, the weekends for basically June are non-existent for me, I feel like.
For
but we'll
sure.
see what happens. We might get some shit moving fast, and I might be able to take a little break.
House, bro. Buying a house, man. Even though people are so scared of doing it these days with like the prices, whatever the case is, interest rate. It's man. My mom was like talking about retiring and stuff like that, and for her, I think she just turned 56.
Yeah.
So for her right now, the age is like 67 to start collecting like full Social Security.
Yep.
65 or something like that for like a partial. 62 is like very small or whatever, right? And then that age changes. Like that's a different age for us. Ours might be 70 right now or 70 something to start getting some Social Security or whatever. And
It will change by the time our time comes.
and it's gonna get worse because I was like
or
literally.
it might get better.
But so there's only one way it can, like, for our generation. So like our replacement rate is already 1.62, which is not terrible. There's a lot of countries that are below 1, which is like a perfect 1-for-1 replacement rate. For every death, there's a birth, whatever. Right now, we only have 0.62 births more than deaths right now. So our replacement rate is still decent. And that's just for births. I think we do a lot of like more immigration than a lot of other countries or whatever. And that's one thing. Like some of those countries that really feel it, they don't do immigration and their replacement rate is really low. But I do think it's like if that's what the rate is now, we definitely will have less of a workforce when we are older, and that's our Social Security. And I think that's one thing that's kept me sane through all of that, and that's why I kind of like to bring up your house. I tell Kristan, I'm like, this house, and let's just say best thing we can do is keep this house and get our forever home next. That's fine. That's our retirement.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to tell her. Like, we need to work towards that. Like, fuck, like, if we get lucky and we can find, like, this business and we could do that and be millionaires, that'd be fucking awesome. If I win the lottery, that'd be fucking awesome. Obviously, we're doing 401k or whatever, but, like, I was like, the real goal we need to focus on is obviously our own separate careers, whatever the case is, but in order to funnel into real estate. If we could just have 2 houses. I was like, if somebody dies, you're straight. If we're retiring, especially the longer you have a house, the more beneficial it is for you.
Yeah.
So like 10 years from now, the house that you just got, that's going to be your biggest thing to play around with.
Yeah.
With equity, with all that type of shit or whatever. And then let's just the next forever home when you're in your 40s or something. That's perfect. And then you're retiring and when you're like 60, you're like 60's young, bro. If you could retire around 60, like when I say retire, like you're not working, especially if you're only shelling out what was to be paid 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Like even if you didn't pay your house off yet, you're only shelling out what was to be paid 30 years ago, right? And then charging motherfuckers. You could live in an apartment and rent out both your homes because you can't do the upkeep no more. You don't want to do the upkeep. You're not even at home because you're fucking on vacation all the time.
I met a guy the other day and he was buying a house and he was like, I don't remember how old he was. I think he was like, I want to say he was probably like 56 to 59 in that range. And he told me that he said he makes like profit, like easily like a solid $10,000 to $12,000 a month off of just rentals. And what he said was when he was 21 or something like that, I think he said 20 or 21 or some shit like that. He said that he bought his first house, and he said like every couple of years after that he would buy a house.
He would get another house.
and he would just rent out the last one. He would move into the new one, live in it for a couple years, sell it. Well, not sell it, rent it out.
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying that his net worth is crazy because of all the properties
Just
he
'cause
has.
of that, yeah.
And he was saying like if I want to make a large purchase, I just go refinance a property and take a bunch of cash out. He said during COVID, he refinanced a bunch of his properties for like the low interest rate. And he said he got so much cash back and lowered all of his monthly payments by like almost like I think he said he like lowered it like 20% or 25%.
Oh, of course.
And he said that he
God,
got
bro.
so much cash out from it all. That he said he can literally not make a penny more for the rest of his life and he'll be good.
And it'll be straight. Just lowered his interest rate. I can't wait for another moment like that to happen, bro. I swear, I don't, like, babe. I know we love our house, but we we are getting something. We are getting something right now. Whether we live
Well,
here
you're
or,
blessed, bro, because you locked in such a good rate
I got some of that benefit.
that no matter what the market's doing, this property would always be a profit.
I'm
for you.
never selling this property. That's what I told Christina. I was like, no matter what, like this is this. And I think even with that guy, some people would hear like what that guy does. And like for you, it doesn't scare you, but I can see where it scares a lot of people. Like the normal person is like, yeah, I don't want to, even though if I had like 6 rental properties, I know I'd be making hella bread. I don't want to maintain that shit because I got this career that I really care about, or that shit gives,
I'm sure
that gives me anxiety.
I'm sure he has, or maybe he did have. I don't know if he does anymore because he told me that he just recently retired a couple years ago. He told me that he retired at the age of 52. And like the house that he was buying was like an investment property. It was like a $1.4 million fucking house, like oceanfront.
Oh,
But he said that was gonna be like a property that he was gonna rent out, but like short term rental he was gonna do because it's like a house that he wants to go spend a lot of time at. He was saying. Anyways, what was I getting at? 52. He retired at 52. I said.
I was talking about like how that could stress a lot.
I'm sure that like the last few years before he retired, I'm sure that he probably had a management company, or he might even still have a management company because he was telling me that he has 10 properties that he rents out long term. And then he was saying that, like, I think this one's going to be like his 12th house that he has all together.
Jeez.
So he lives in one full time. He has 10 rentals.
Hell
and then
yeah. And you just keep the cash flow going. You don't even have to own all of them.
No, and he was saying his profit ends up being about 10
he might
to 12,000.
not own all of them, right?
Oh no, he's probably got loans on probably almost all of them.
All of them, right? Maybe he owns one of them.
Yeah, he might. Yeah, he might own like maybe a couple of them. But I know that he told me that he did like a lot of cash out refi, so he might have them all financed with the interest rates low.
That's something, bro. That's something that settled with me early. Like I remember as a kid watching my uncle. He's never sold one house that he's lived in, but it's not like he was. I mean, he now has some millions because he had some apartment complexes, but like as he had like working his way through one apartment complex, they had this old rinky-dink house. Then they came up and made some more money and then bought another house, but he never sold a house. Now they got like 4 properties, but that's just how many houses they've lived in in their life. Like it was never like let's just buy that and see what it does. It's we're upgrading. Yeah. And we're never selling. And we're upgrading. And they just never sold. They just raised enough capital alone. Not like most people sell a house to buy a house.
No, yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you can get away from that.
It's the 20%. That's why most people do that.
It's hard, bro.
Yeah.
It's hard. But if you just consider, okay, if I don't pay 20%, I'm paying what, $200 a month, which sucks ass. But if I don't sell this house.
Well, you get to do that one time.
Oh, really? You can't do that no more, right? You
no,
can't do that all the time.
Because you have an FHA. So each person gets an FHA. So the great thing is the second house you buy, your wife can go ahead and burn her FHA. But next time when you guys go to house number 3, you can't do it. You're gonna have to have a little bit of cash. So a lot of people they tend to
need that almost.
Some people tend to sell because they need the 20% to be able to qualify for the house. Now, that's where
the hurdle to get over, I guess.
Yeah, but there's pros too. Like for this is like where you could be into like VA. I'm pretty sure VA does not require 20%.
Yeah, that's nice. Or you take out a little bit of equity. Just to keep the cash flow up.
That's another trick I was gonna say. You can use equity on that house because we lived there for a couple of years. You can take out a second loan, like a HELOC or something like that, flip it over. And there's so many ways to go around it you could do.
That's the thing. So it's like if you could just get over that, like if you use your spouse as the next FHA loan, or if you can just get over that 20% hump, however you can, I think it's a dub, bro.
Yeah.
And even if
I
it's,
agree.
that's what I told Christian. I was like, highly likely we won't own multiple properties, but we are gonna get another house. Like we're gonna get our forever home, and then worst case we have 2 homes. And I think like our future, when you talk about retirement, like there's like a bad retirement life, there's a great retirement life. I think to have like a normal, good retirement life, you need a little mixture of that 401k or a Roth IRA. You need a little bit of mixture of some properties that you own. And then you could kind of like the Social Security is just a drizzle on top.
Yeah.
That's just like a nice little
Oh,
paycheck that you're getting.
And I ain't getting shit from Social Security, bro.
Right. Yeah, people like you that you need straight properties and
I'm not
Roth
getting
IRAs and
fucking
shit.
I'm not getting fucking Social Security, bro.
Right.
I'm gonna be like, can I get my Social Security? They're gonna be like, okay, so you get 25 cents a week.
Yeah.
For the 2 jobs that you had whenever you were 18.
Yeah, bro.
I'm not gonna get shit, bro.
It is what it is, but you're on one step better than what a lot of people. Because at this point, I'm nervous. Like, I'm nervous. People talk about 401ks the way we talk about Social Security now. Even though I don't think that's gonna happen, it could fucking happen. So that's why you just like, all right, cool. Social Security is coming. I'm gonna do some 401k. I'm gonna do my own.
Yeah.
Like kind of like index funds and whatever, just to make sure nobody's fucking playing me here. Right. And I monitor my own account to my 401k to make sure like, okay, I'm doing what I'm supposed to because I'm kind of keeping up.
Yeah.
With my, but let my account
do a little bit, start doing more consistent.
I'm just
feeding that.
I'm not do my match. I'll take my match just because I'm employed or whatever. But the real estate one is the one that makes me feel safest though.
Yeah.
Like,
have you recently heard about the NVIDIA stuff, man?
Yeah, I got some NVIDIA, bro. I got it months ago when we did the podcast. I got it probably 3 weeks before we did that episode. Bro, I don't even have a full stock. I'm up like $300-$400.
Oh, you're about to have a full stock? They're doing a split.
They're doing a split? Yeah,
I think it's a 10-to-1 split, right?
Oh, so I'm gonna have a couple then.
Yeah, I think they're doing like a 10 split.
I only put like $400 in it when it was like $600.
Yeah.
And now it's like $1,200 or
Fuck
whatever.
yeah, bro. That's dope. Especially because they're about to do a split. So you only had a half, but you're about to have 5.
We'll see, bro. I'll sell that shit though. My whole portfolio is boring as fuck.
No, I wouldn't sell NVIDIA right now because everybody, like all the biggest stock people, they're saying like they have never in their life seen a stock do what NVIDIA's doing.
Quick, bro. It's
up 800%.
So it surpassed Amazon and Apple combined.
Yeah.
So NVIDIA just surpassed. It was like 2 trillion or whatever, and it's bigger than Amazon and Apple combined. It's the chip maker, some bullshit like that.
Chip manufacturer. Yeah, they make all the processors, not the processors, like the graphics cards for everything. They're like the biggest graphics card manufacturer in the world. NVIDIA, there's like really only 2 competitors. You have NVIDIA,
AMD,
and you have AMD. There's like, well, AMD's like Ryzen. You have like Ryzen, which is like the competitor, but like AMD, Ryzen, whatever. But like those are like the only 2 that people use.
Yeah.
And
NVIDIA
secure.
It's always woulda, coulda, shoulda, bro. The one thing that I like, NVIDIA is different because you always hear about these things and sometimes it doesn't work out, whatever. So I can accept that I didn't drop a fucking $1,000 or $2,000.
But it doesn't matter, bro. Even if you make a little bit of extra, it's fine.
Oh, that's the big reason why I'm getting a decent return. That's like the most aggressive shit I've done on my portfolio. But the one thing that I will never not do again, bro, is like times of crisis, I am investing. I don't give a fuck, bro. When everybody's panicking that the stock market's fucking crashed and it's shit and all that, bro, that's when I am gonna fuck my cash flow up a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it, bro. I will never I started investing got really hot and the Robinhood, and it was kind of like right after, like right towards the tail of COVID, because the market was just going back up. So everybody was having fun doing day trading.
Well, what it was is that it was kind of going back up, and everybody that purchased like in 2020
is
they're showing her like, yo, look what the fuck I just did, bro.
Yeah.
So now everybody's like, oh, I want to get on that. But the problem is like by the time you start hearing stuff like that, sometimes it's too late.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
But that's why we young.
Yeah.
I don't care if it happens in 10 years, but at some point there's gonna be another fucking crash, and I want to have a lot of cash.
I just saw some stuff that like oh my god, that's something to do with crypto. Just got backed by something. I forgot what it was though. Like
Oh, really?
Like they're getting backed by like fuck. I don't want to say, because I don't want to be wrong, but I thought it was like gold or some shit that they were getting backed by. Like one of the stocks or like one of the cryptos was supposed to be getting backed by some gold or something.
Ooh.
And that's gonna be interesting. That'll be really, really interesting if it has.
Because we don't have any currency backed by gold right now. Gold's just its own deal.
Exactly. That's the point behind it. So if they did that, that would be probably the most superior currency that exists. Because even the US dollar is not backed by fucking shit. It's backed by gold, but like it's not backed by gold.
No, it's not. Yeah, I forgot what it's like. The Federal Reserve.
Yeah,
is why we're backed.
Mm-hmm.
Is there some bullshit like that? Not smart.
The Federal Reserve's supposed to have like the most gold and storage in history.
Right now, currencies are them shits are backed by expectations. Those are just little stocks based on countries' performances right now. That's really all it is. That's how I see it. Is like every country's currency is like its own stock for the country.
Which just explains what Forex is.
Right. What do you want to...
That's literally Forex.
The one thing that we got going for us is a lot of countries trade with our currency, or we make a lot of countries trade.
Use our currency.
And that keeps it pretty solid.
Yeah.
But that's why you hear all this shit about these other countries using that other shit.
And they're getting rid of the US dollar, trying to get it out.
Yeah.
I don't know. It is what it is, but...
Yeah. All right. What we got?
Oh, we're only at 17, bro.
17? All right. Yeah. So, what? Eminem's about to ruin his career? We dropped this Monday.
Yeah.
Eminem's dropping Houdini Friday night, 12 p.m.
Yeah.
We're recording
the album,
Friday.
So he already dropped his song. Today's the 31st, so he dropped his song today. But his album isn't dropped yet.
It's supposed to drop midnight Friday night. So
we haven't heard the album yet.
Of course not. But I don't really care about the nitty gritty. We listened to his song. It doesn't seem like he's coming out. He's not coming at anybody with the song. But
no, do you know what it seems like though? It seems like that song. If you look at him, it seems like he's like trying to get to where he's got to go. Like he's like prefacing like what he's about to do. Like,
he's about to, but it also seems like he's trying to do this full circle. Like his past self is coming out. Today, and pretty much even with the little promo clip that he put out, pretty much like, I'm about to end my career with this album. Yeah,
he's gonna make my career disappear like Houdini, you know,
like Houdini.
Yeah, so you can kind of right now it's all speculations, but I feel like he's gonna try to come out with some shit and say some shit that's probably gonna end up getting him canceled.
Crazy on everybody, either him canceled or exposing motherfuckers. And
because in his song that he just dropped, he talked about. I'm trying to remember everything. So like he threw like shade at like participation in trophies, like 8-year-olds getting participation in trophies. He threw shade at some trans stuff.
Yeah.
He threw what was the beginning part that he threw shade at?
I don't know.
The beginning part, I forgot what it was.
But
yeah.
So it's just two things. I think it feels like he's also like throwing some things in there. Like this is his last album. This is the last. Time he's coming out with music.
Yeah, he said this is his last trick.
So yeah, it's his last trick. So like he's also saying like I'm about to say some wild shit that's gonna end my career, but I'm also done anyways. Like I'm actually done with this, and this is my last hoorah. And he's kind of doing the whole. It was very good for it to come out of nowhere. Yeah, in my mind, I don't know if he was talking about it or whatever, but so far so good, and we'll see what he comes out with.
It's gonna be interesting though, especially because, and a funny thing about so I'll kind of go. So I'll say what I was gonna say before. It's crazy though because I feel like he knows a lot of secrets.
Oh,
because I don't care what anybody says. He's up there with like
he's the man. Like the way 50 Cent talks about Eminem,
bro. He is prophecy in the rap industry. Simple as that.
He's one of the heads, man.
And I think that like he probably knows what's going on in the streets more than a lot of other people, especially behind closed doors.
Weird ass shit.
And if he's talking like in the song, if you heard it, he's using like the shadies back, you know. And if he's bringing out like that type of shady from back then, bro, that motherfucker had no filter, did not give a fuck about anything, and it's gonna be interesting to see how it goes. But with that being said, his career will never disappear.
No.
And because of that, he He's so deep in the culture. He owns Shade 45. You know that, right?
Yeah, he's
Sway in the morning and shit like that.
Oh.
Shade 45 on Sirius XM. That's literally his fucking channel. And that's probably one of the most popular hip hop and rap
these days.
rap channels. You know what I mean? I don't think there's any station that's probably more prevalent. Like this is like hip hop. You know what I mean?
Radio station, bloggers now. There's some big motherfuckers.
Yeah. But I'm saying like actual radio stations.
Yeah, no, bro, no, 1,000%. Plus, I don't think like he's a like after. Have you seen like the Tom Brady roast?
No, I haven't seen it, but I've seen like clips of it.
They went wild, bro.
Yeah,
and they were savage, and it was live, and it was on Netflix, and there was zero backlash for the shit that was said. So maybe a lot of it was like it's under the comedy scope, which should not be backlash because it's under the comedy scope. But they were saying some wild fucking shit, and a lot of the comics there or whatever were definitely saying like times have changed. Like there's a little rollover from like that cancel culture. Like cancel culture has been over for maybe the past year and a half or so, and we're even getting back into like the 90s type, like we don't give a fuck what we're saying type shit. Even though there's just as many sensitive people out there.
I don't know. I don't know if we're quite there yet. I still think there's a lot of
I just
softness.
don't think I say that to say it, like Eminem ain't getting canceled.
I think that Eminem. I don't see the thing of me is I want to say Eminem can't get canceled, but we've seen people get canceled that I thought would never get canceled.
Like
Kanye
before, yeah, kind of.
No, he got canceled, bro.
He did disappear, bro. Like P. Diddy got canceled, but you gotta be like a really weirdo. You gotta be doing some weird shit. Like what Kanye he was just talking about Jews, black people. He was saying some crazy shit.
But
if he drops an album, people
he was canceled, bro. They hit him hard, bro. They hit Kanye hard, bro.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I guess it just depends. Like canceled. Does the person depend on other people to do what they do? You can get canceled. Some of these guys, like Kanye, can say what he says, and he could get totally like publicly tore apart. But like, as long as he can still kind of do what he wants to do, like if he drops music right now, everybody's gonna listen. If he comes out with certain things, everybody's gonna still buy it. I think certain people.
Bro, he has a whole clothing line right now.
Yeah.
But it's like it's not really
it's
doing
not doing good.
It's
anymore.
not really doing like that, bro.
People are over Kanye, huh?
I think so. I think a lot of people are kind of like whatever with him. Like there are obviously people that are getting it, but it's not hyped up like a lot of other stuff would be.
Yeah, but I don't think it's because he's got canceled. I think people are just kind of getting over him. Like in my mind, canceled is like what Diddy went through. Like the Harvey
I don't know, bro. You can't say he got
shit.
canceled. He lost his Adidas contract. His record companies fucking dropped him. Everybody that had any type of affiliation with him dropped him. I think that's canceled, bro.
Yeah.
There's nobody that's affiliated with him anymore.
Yeah, but can he not just do whatever he wants still? I feel like
he's been doing it, but He's been doing it, but it hasn't. It's not what it was.
Yeah, no. The
support's not there like it was.
Yeah, I would like to see if he came out with music. That's the only measure I kind of care about with Kanye. The clothes and stuff, everything else, I feel like it's just an ad.
Yeah,
it's like on top of, but it'd be nice to hear some music.
I'm excited for the Eminem shit though because
let's see what's going on, bro. This might be the last time you hear some new Eminem.
Yeah,
and it's probably
he's
out
getting
now.
old, man. He's getting older, bro.
Oh yeah, I mean he looks great. He does. White. He's like the white don't crack.
Yeah,
he's our only example.
Yeah, he does look good for his age.
He looks great, man. Detroit, bro.
Something in that water over there.
Yeah. It's like
damn, that was fucked up.
Now they got some good shit. All right.
He must have had some good filtration over there.
We'll do one more little thing. Workers cheating on drug tests hit record high. This is starting to annoy the fuck out of me.
Talking about
bro.
that drug test real fast. Hold on, just to kind of intertwine real fast while you're pulling that up. Did you see that now Carnival and a bunch of cruise lines are now making dogs like you have to get sniffed by a dog before you go on a cruise ship?
Really?
Yeah.
For weed?
Yes. And any other drugs? I mean,
and drugs. Like it's a drug dog.
It's a drug dog.
Like at the airport, those are bomb dogs.
No, these
People
are
think
these
that
are full drug dogs that are like literally it has signs that says like you're required to get sniffed before getting on your cruise ship.
Really?
Yeah, and there's like a bunch of bloggers that are posting about it, and they're like, oh my god, it's the first time I've ever been on a cruise on a like Carnival cruise, and have never smelled weed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I wonder, like, most of the times when I go on the cruises, people are bringing, like, those pens.
Yes.
Shit. I wonder if those could get smelled the same
Oh
way.
yeah, the dogs can smell those too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the dogs can smell those too. But it's gonna be interesting.
But people get so fucking creative. They ain't gonna catch nothing, bro.
Put in your
You
butthole.
still, yeah.
You gotta smell some booty before you smell this
Yeah,
weed.
just wrap that shit out. Shove that shit in
Get
there.
a little boof going real
That
fast.
would be the most embarrassing thing ever, bro. Dogs
This
just
weed is
coming
kind
at
of
your
shitty.
ass.
Yeah, I know it is what it is though.
Yeah, it smells like a fart every time you take a puff, bro. Ugh.
That's crazy. But no, yeah, I just wanted to point that out because you're about to say something.
I wonder if they smell. They need to be smelling for alcohol, because fucking.
No, you're allowed to bring wine and shit on the
So you can't smell for alcohol, because the real thing is when you put like food coloring.
I've done it. I get the dark wine bottles, and I get the little seal things,
Yep.
and I recork and I seal them. I bring two
Little
bottles.
red food coloring.
Well,
and
if you get
some
the dark
vodka.
bottles, you don't even have to do it.
You don't have to do that. Oh, I've done green food coloring and vodka. Put it in a Listerine bottle, right? Like you can't fucking.
I
tell the
get
difference.
wine, and I try to find the ones with the dark bottles,
Mhm.
and then I do like pop the cork. And you know like how you have the little hole in the cork, and I flip the cork upside down, put it on, and I get the little. You can go on Amazon and get the little vacuum seal things where you can like heat it with a lighter, and it.
Yeah, hell yeah. But to end it, motherfucker needs to come out with a better weed test. I think all this problem, so like workers cheating on drug tests hits a record high. It's a lot of the drug testing. What they test for hasn't changed, but fucking the life has changed, and how what people are doing and what's legal, what's not has changed. And they need to come out with something, man, that works. Because you know what? They're not testing for alcohol. And that's bullshit, because that's a real work problem. I think, like people that are alcoholics or whatever. If you operate heavy machinery, that's fair game. You probably shouldn't have nothing in your system, but still, it's like they need to come out with something where you can test for a time frame of usage.
Yeah,
Man, because just something in your system, period. So
Yeah.
like one thing
I agree with that.
One thing I do agree with though is like
Especially-
you should get clean.
especially
if you
in
can't get clean,
legalized
you got a
state.
problem.
especially in legalized states.
Especially,
Yeah.
but like for sure, like people shouldn't get fired if something's in their system, like if there's weed in their system. Period. It's like, yo, you just proved that I smoke weed. You didn't prove that I was smoking on the job,
Or that you're like high, yeah,
this
because you
is
can
bullshit.
leave work and go home and take a hit of a bong.
and then get
and then-
tested
and
at
the-
6 p.m. the next day.
Yeah, exactly. Like you can go home from work and you take a hit when you come home, and then you go to work the next morning, and it's like you're not high.
No,
anymore.
hell no. You had the best. If anything, you're more rejuvenated than ever. But
True.
it's like, yeah, they need to find a way, bro. There's like, and it's already being worked on for sure.
I think they already have it though, but I don't think job workplaces are utilizing it
They don't give a fuck.
because there's and I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I remember seeing that cops are using cotton swabs to cotton swab your mouth.
And that's more of a recent.
Yeah,
test.
because it'll be on like your saliva
yeah,
that you have like
I think-
THC.
I like that. I like
so
that.
so
idea.
so they're like swabbing mouths to see like if you're driving high.
Yeah, that's a good one. The only thing I do agree with the drug test and things just generally being in your system, like as an employer, is like, okay,
I don't know.
I don't care.
I don't know if you have meth in your system. We should probably.
No, but like even weed, and it's like as an employer, it's like I don't care if you smoke weed, but I care if you can't get clean for a drug test.
Yeah.
Like you telling me you can't get clean? Like is that much of a problem for you?
Yeah.
Like that, so that's where maybe why employers haven't adopted the more. I just care if you smoked in the last 12 hours. Like no, get clean. Show me that you are not addicted to anything. That's kind of a good thing.
I can see that, but the only thing I will counter with that is that we can take a long time to get out your system.
Long fucking time.
so like it's like not
it's
even.
kind of stupid.
It's
yeah.
like you gotta have like to be 100% comfortable. You gotta have like a month dedication.
Yeah, it's really stupid. Yeah. And what this is cheating, right? So it's like motherfuckers, what is qualified as cheating? Because that is like, to your point, I need a whole month. And it's like, what if I only got 2 weeks? All right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to drink some like detox thing or whatever. And I bet you those kind of things qualify as cheating. Like, oh, your pee was super diluted when you peed or something.
So for the diluted pee, that's kind of like a little myth, but a lot of people actually fail with, bro. Because I used to work at LabCorp and I used to process piss.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and where a lot of people tend to take a L, bro, is their temperature.
Right.
They bring in fake pee and their pee because those cups, with little stickers on the side that are colorful, that's temperature, bro.
And if it doesn't hit a certain temperature,
it doesn't hit a certain temperature, it goes above. Like, well, fucking people will piss in a cup and it'll be 130 degrees. I'm like, bro,
it's so fake.
why you piss 130 degrees, bro? Like, actually, I'll tell you when we get off here. But one of our boys, when I was working at LabCorp, came in for a court thing, and their piss was like 120 degrees, bro.
Did you let him go?
I wait. No. No.
Nah, it's straight. Yeah. That's what I'm fucking talking about. That's what the fuck I'm talking about, bro.
I might have accidentally broke the cup and had to switch the cup later on.
Drug tests are weird, bro.
But no, that's why a lot of people fail. But dilution is like that's not really a thing, bro. Like if you're really worried about it, go fucking drink a Gatorade or some electrolytes. Go drink a fucking liquid IV or a fucking Pedialyte like 4 hours before you're tested, then you're no longer diluted.
Yeah. I had to do a standardized drug test in college, and they looked at my dick while I was peeing, bro. I was like, it took me like 4 tries. I was like, like pissing on demand is a weird. That's a hard thing for me, and I could feel that I have to pee. But when it's on demand like that, and most of the times that I've done one is like a stall. It's perfect. I could kind of get it done. This guy was like looking at my shit, making sure I was peeing in a cup. I was like, God, bro.
The only time that we had to do stuff like that is if it was like certain probation and certain court orders you would. But if it was like any other court order or workplace or something like that and your temperature wasn't right.
Yeah, I was at a Catholic school.
Then the next time it was like, okay, you gotta redo it and we gotta watch you now.
Yeah.
We don't want to fucking pee, bro.
Look at that wiener. Look at that little one.
But you know what's funny? Somebody that I know recently applied to work at Amazon. They got sent to do a drug test, and they went there, and then they used like fake urine, and the temperature was too high, and then they were like, "Oh, you can go ahead and."
What are you supposed to just put it underneath your ball sack?
Yeah. So they say the thing is to like strap it to your inner leg, and that's supposed to create enough heat. But a lot of people will try to like microwave it,
and that's
like around the corner, and then try to keep it warm. Or sometimes between your legs is also too hot because their internal temperature is not sometimes
really as hot as your balls are.
Yeah, exactly. So your thighs can create a little bit more heat. That's kind of like the rule of thumb, though, is to put it there. Some girls will put it under their titties, so they'll put like pee in a condom.
That's a nice one.
Yeah, they'll put it under the titties, something like that, but. It all varies what you want. A lot of people try to microwave it around the corner, but what a lot of people mess up, like where the number one mistake people use is they use those hand warmers, and they put hand warmers around it, and they put a rubber band around it, and those hand warmers are way too hot. If you keep it around your thighs, you're usually
what's it supposed to be like 97 degrees, right, or 90?
I forget now. I think it's like 98 to 10, like 100 or something like that. It's like normal. I forgot what the numbers are now, but it's like somewhere in that ballpark, like. High 90s is usually fine. Mid to high 90s is, and there's like a range that's acceptable. Like if it comes out like 95, 96, not the end of the world, you know.
That's why you listen to Pocket Watch Podcast. We help you with your retirement. We help you how to pass drug tests, bro. Like we fucking got you, man. Subscribe, motherfuckers.
Yo, that's hilarious.
Subscribe,
that is so funny. But with the Amazon, so they went and you know like they gave like they used like somebody else's pee. And it was too hot, so they're like, "Oh, we're gonna have you redo it, and we have to watch you." And they were like, "No, I'm not gonna have you watch me." And they were like, "Well, if you don't want to watch me, then like you can't do it." They were like, "Okay, like I won't do it then." And they left. And then the job still called them and hired them. Amazon still called and said, "Yo, like, so when you want to start working?" And they were like,
"You still want to see my dick?"
Well, what do I have to do? And they were like, "Oh, just show up Monday, blah blah." And then they were like, "Okay." Yeah. Okay, and they just got the job.
This is stupid. Yeah, we need somebody.
Yeah, it's funny though.
It's dumb, man.
That shit was funny, bro.
It's dumb.
I don't think employees are even caring like that anymore. Like they know what's up with the weed, man.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys. I've actually seen no drug test required on a couple job postings, and I was like, that's dope. That's cool as fuck. Good for them.
I'm so like, it's so weird for me because like, I understand, but then
I
it's
get
like,
it. I get it too.
I think it should be mandatory for certain drugs for every single workplace because, like, I'm sorry, but there's some crack and heroin and shit like that. Like I've been to places before, motherfuckers are like falling asleep.
Yeah,
and it's like,
that's a problem.
Damn, bro, that's crazy, you know?
Yeah, I'm about to piss my pants. Yo, Pocket Watch Podcast out this bitch. Make sure you like,
follow,
share,
and subscribe.
That's it. It's another week. See y'all next week, motherfuckers.
Pocket Watch Podcast.
Ow.